I'm messing with you.
Oh.
Hey, you want to frame this? You want to frame this first? You got E3X on? Welcome to Dorton Arena, where tonight, One Empreus brings you their signature boxing series, I Am Empreus Raleigh. I am your host, Chris Williams. I'll be with you for most of the night. Tonight, we have exciting action in the ring. But before we get to that, I want to introduce to you my broadcast partner, the one and only, the real touch of sleep, Donnell Holmes. Donnell, congratulations, first of all, on being inducted into the North Carolina Hall of Fame.
I'm honored to be here, man. I'm honored to be your co-host. You know, my first time doing this. I thought I'd give it a try. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to some good fights tonight. We have a lot of exciting things going on. We got Kid Capri here, legendary DJ. He's rocking the house. So, hey, hopefully it's going to be a good night. Everyone's going to enjoy themselves, and we can do some more of these.
Like you said, it's going to be an exciting night. The card is filled with young fighters, old fighters. We get a mix of everything. So we have something for everybody. So we're excited about that. But, you know, we're going to kick off the night with our main event. We're talking about a guy by the name of Michael Williams Jr., 150%, boy wonder, everything you want to call him. He's getting the most praise in North Carolina right now. But tonight, he puts his title on the line, and he's also fighting for a WBF gold belt. So, Donnell, how exciting is that? You fought for a WBF belt before and won one.
The good thing about it is he's an up-and-coming fighter. Hopefully he's hungry. He's willing to take the step. Another title, every time it's another title on the line. It's anticipation. You're excited about having another belt to show off to everybody. Plus, it moves you further in the rankings.
How's everybody doing out there tonight?
A lot more amongst other fighters that's up and coming.
Come on, Raleigh, North Carolina, let's make some noise.
Regardless of what it is, everyone wants a title because that moves you forward.
I Am Empreus, presenting professional boxing here at Dorton Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. We've got some great professional fights tonight, including the WBF Golden Welterweight title. We're going to have some fun tonight. We've got a lot of great sponsors tonight. We've got some great judges working here.
He's facing a fighter that not a lot of people give him credit. LaShawn Alcox. His record is 1-3, but you can't judge a book by your cover.
Well, the thing about it, like I said earlier, 1-3, that's 4 fights of experience, and then you have to take in consideration who he's fought. Who was those 3 that he lost to? It might have been poor management. They threw him in over his head, you know. And how did the fights go? He's got 4 fights of experience, so that's good. You know, you can't look at it as in, well, he's already lost almost all of his fights. You have to look at it as in this guy can fight.
Well, we also have a co-main event with Blake Mansfield, who's returning to Raleigh for the first time in 2 years. And he's fighting a guy by the name of Cunningham. You know, that's another
Billy Cunningham.
Fight. Yeah, Billy Cunningham.
Yep, and the thing about it is whenever you're returning home, it's always, who did you hang out with? Did you see your buddies? Did you promise them this? Did you promise them, are you going to fight your fight, or are you going to fight a fight that you want to please the crowd with? So hopefully his head is in the right spot. He's going to do what he trained for. He's going to block out his hometown friends, and hopefully he'll come out victorious.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to honor the flag as they sing the national anthem.
Yes.
Sign you up for the next Super Bowl. We've got some great sponsors that are helping us put on the show tonight, like Chadwick's Jewelry, Williams Boxing, Sound Art, Holiday Inn and Suites, Raleigh and Cary.
All right, Donnell, before we had to take that break for a great national anthem.
Coach Massey,
you know, we were talking about Blake Mansfield versus Billy Cunningham. Cunningham is a veteran. He's 1 in 24 right now. But 26 veteran fights, you know, you don't know what you're going to get out of that guy.
That's a lot of experience. That's going to be a dangerous fight. You know, hopefully they haven't looked at it as in, well, it's easy to win, it's a good fight. You know, hopefully they'll go in, man, take him serious. Take it easy the first couple of rounds, feel this guy out because he is a veteran, he has experience, and, you know, hopefully they'll come out victorious at the end, but maybe even learn a couple of things off from the veteran.
Yeah, and Blake Mansfield, again, returns home to fight for the first time since 2015. He signed to Marshall Kaufman and King's Promotion in Pennsylvania, so we're pretty excited to have him come back. He has a great following, big crowd out here tonight to see him, you know, turn things around. So, and then finally we have Maurice Winslow, who's also from Raleigh, making his homecoming. You're familiar with Maurice because you fought his dad.
And, you know, the good thing about Maurice is Maurice didn't have the best record, but Maurice Winslow was a very good game fighter, and I don't think a guy would train his son to come in and to be a journeyman. I think he's training his son as from the mistakes he made, whether he was throwing in fights, overmatched. You know, hopefully he's going to train his son, capitalize on mistakes he made through his career so his son will be undefeated. And one thing about it, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. So his dad had lots of heart. He was game and he went in to win. So hopefully he will at least bring that in from his father.
That's awesome. Donnell, I thank you again. We're going to have an exciting night. We're going to have fun. Yeah. We're going to call some fights, have a good time. You know what? We're bringing our first fighter into the ring, so let's get this thing started.
Okay, and as you can see, Kid Cabri is already doing his job, too.
Absolutely.
Shaking, moving the crowd.
Absolutely. All right, before we get the action started, I want to shout out to one of our sponsors, Sound Art. Sound Art is the best new invention for 2019. Your picture of my revolutionary Bluetooth canvas. Any picture will be transformed into your surround sound stereo system in your home. Check him out on Facebook, Chad Sound Art, or at www.onsia.com. That's www.onsia.com. Sound Art.
like it.
Hey, that's your gum. Yeah. May I get a stick, sir?
Sir.
My mouth is dry as hell for some reason. You know what? I think it was I was saying rules in front of Roy Johnson.
Back in the dressing room?
Yeah. That's my all-time favorite fight.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't want to go back.
All right, folks, it's about time to kick off the night as Miguel Torres enters the ring.
You know, interesting thing about Miguel Torres, he said he had no fighting background, no experience, went to the ring with his gym with his cousin, got in and tried it, fell in love with it, and he's been doing it ever since. No amateur background, no formal fighting experience, just decided to get in and go for it.
And I was actually astounded when he told me that. He said he hadn't seen boxing until his cousin took him to the ring. He started sparring, no amateur experience. The guy is turning pro tonight, making his pro debut against a guy that actually has some decent skills.
Hey, sometimes it comes down to how much dog is in the fight.
Well, we're going to find out how much dog he has in his fight tonight.
Hopefully Torres won't find out that boxing's not for him tonight.
It's probably not a good time to find that out. In Hartshauser, he faces a guy that's 0-1. He's from Finland, which is actually anyway fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. So this will be his first time in the Carolinas. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with the.
It's bad. I can't remember the fighter's name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. That Lennox Lewis fought. That was 0-17, and then he went 17 wins without a loss, and he ended up getting a title fight. You know, but nobody held that against him because he was the same situation. He just started fighting, and they looked at his first 17 losses as an amateur career, and then he came back and had 17 straight wins, you know, and he beat quality opponents.
You know, that's remarkable. And it's funny that today we were speaking with Roy Jones Jr., and Roy Jones was talking about any man that enters in the ring, you have to give him respect. You know, Hartshauser sees this guy, sees that he doesn't have a background. He's got to give him respect, though, because he's willing to step in there and fight him.
Yep, and you never can underestimate anyone. So, you know, boxing is a puncher's game. Anytime anyone can get hit with one punch and end the whole fight. The good thing about it, we get to see what Torres has going on as far as if he's thinking it's all going to be just good in the gym, get in the ring and try and go at it, or is he actually going to try to learn boxing skills now?
You know, there's a big difference between just fighting and boxing.
Yes.
The science of boxing.
Yep.
And I think Torres, hopefully he's not in for a rude awakening.
But we're going to find that out in a few seconds.
Real fast. Absolutely.
Win or lose tonight, I wish Torres well because, you know, like I said, you have to take your hat off any man that gets inside the ring.
Absolutely. Here we go. Torres is going to fight out of the red corner. Black shorts, no stripes. Hartshauser is going to fight out of the blue corner. Black shorts, red stripes. Here we go.
Right from the start, Hartshauser comes out starting as a boxer with the jab, trying to establish something.
You know, Torres talked about establishing a body attack,
and
he really is trying to go downstairs, and he's landing. Up, 2 quick shots up top.
He's not looking bad. What I'm liking about Torres is the fact that he is keeping his hands up. He is trying his best, keep his hands up, his defense tight. You know, like a lot of guys, even guys that have boxing experience, they start off with their hands low, and they accidentally get caught, you know, and pay for it.
But Donnell, talk about that. He's making his pro debut. He's got a lot of energy that he's spending early. You know,
I see the inexperience in that. You know, like he's backing up against the ropes. He's staying cornered. He's not trying to tie up. That's the things that any boxer, winner or loser with record, would know, to stay in the middle of the ring, circle the guy so that the guy can't force you up against the ropes and lay on you, put his weight on you. That's the inexperience of Torres. That's the things that's going to hurt him, and it will let him see quick that boxing may not be for him and the fun game that he thought it was.
I'll tell you what, if boxing isn't for him, we are getting an entertaining match this early in the fight. This is exactly what fans pay to see. I mean, it's back and forth.
And I like the facts that Torres does throw pretty good punches for a guy that's never boxed. He's throwing short, straight shots. He's throwing body shots. He's moving. He's trying to throw a Mike Tyson elbow.
Hey, hit off the break. You got to learn that somewhere. Good elbow to break up the action and get Hartzhauser off of him.
Hopefully, you know, even if Torres loses tonight, that someone will see this and will work with him and teach him boxing skills, because he's not looking bad. He's not looking worse than some fighters I've seen, you know, with 10 fights. You know, it's just the fact of inexperience. He probably would be a good fighter because it's obviously he has heart.
He has heart. You know, he started out coming forward early in the fight. Now he's running out a little bit of gas, and he's going to the ropes real easy.
And that's to be expected from an inexperienced guy. And now what Harthurst should do is, if it was me, I would settle down now that I see that Torres is getting tired, and I would establish the jab more and work on the boxing skills and set up a knockout, take him out.
Well, the more and more we keep saying that Torres is getting tired, he's still landing to the body and moving Hartzhauser around. Hartzhauser just took control again, but Torres is staying in there.
And what kind of condition is Hartzhauser in? That would take effect because of those wing blows, those body shots. That does still add up whether you have experience or not.
Torres
he
just landed
a good shot.
Yes,
two
good shots. A good left to the head and followed it up with a right hand over.
It's a lot of green inexperiences that I'm seeing with Torres, though, where he's backing straight away, a straight line. You know, you could easily get followed and countered. But he's not looking bad for an inexperienced guy. I have to give him an A+ for effort.
And I can honestly say, if I would not have known that this guy had never fought a day in his life, I would not have guessed it here tonight.
I've actually seen a lot of guys that came in as with professional fights and amateur backgrounds that looked a lot worse than he does so far.
Well, let me ask you this, Donnell. You get a guy that has no experience, you know, what's his mindset? And then you get the guy that has some experience and he knows he's facing somebody. Is he going to be a little overly aggressive and have to find a way to settle down? Or?
He's going to have to find a way, but it's going to come down to who's working his corner. If he has an experienced corner man, even though he has no experience, and he's worked with that corner man enough to learn to trust him and listen, he could actually pull off a win with that. Working tough man corners one time, these guys didn't know anything about it. I ended up with 24 wins out of the corner that I was working, over 2 wins in the other corner, because this guy was telling those guys boxing things. Double jab, 1-1-2, to the body, this and that. And they were shaking their head, but they had no idea what he was talking about. I was telling the guys simple things like, hey, just run in, throwing a lot of punches when you get in. Don't throw any hard. Settle down and try to, whatever lands, put pressure on those punches. And they listened to me because it was stuff that they could understand.
Okay.
So hopefully that's what his corner's doing. He can't tell this guy too many combinations. He can't tell this guy too much stuff, because he may shake his head, but he has no idea what it means.
What he's talking about. All right, here we go. An aggressive start to round 2. Hartzhauser comes out fast, but Torres is backing him up. He's landing the body shot. Body shots. He's also landing upstairs, and I think he surprised Hartzhauser a couple times.
The good thing about Torres is he's still keeping his hands up good, which a lot of experienced fighters after the first round will already drop their hands, you know. He's keeping his hands up. He need to get out of the corner.
Ooh, he took 2 big shots in the corner. 2 big shots, and he's holding hard now.
I don't think he's hurt, though. I just think he was smart enough to realize he don't need to get taken 3 like that. Yeah, I think he's smart enough to realize when he does get hit with a solid shot, he's smart enough to tie up.
Ooh, Hartzhauser's starting to land short right hands.
Torres is looking tired now, too.
He's starting to back off. And I mean, he's falling.
He's got 2 good solid shots. The ref should be taking a good look at this because he's starting to take a lot of solid shots to the head now.
Hartzhauser's putting he's putting that pedal down now. He's coming in. He's looking. He smells blood.
Now the little bit of boxing experience is starting to show over the inexperienceness.
Now, when you talk about the inexperience, what should I be looking for? Let's say I'm a fan. I never watched boxing. What is the inexperience that Torres is showing?
It's the simple things of like Torres is throwing good shots. He's trying, but he's backing straight away. Whenever you back in a straight line, your opponent can follow you and just throw punches, and you're still in line to get hit. So you want to step out at angles. You want to move to the right. You want to move to the left.
Oh, left hand. A left hand drops Torres. Oh, nice left hand by Hartzhauser.
And see, now we'll find out his mindset of Torres. Will he say, forget it, this ain't for me now? So he's finally met a match, where he's got hit, he's got hurt, he's got rocked, and he's also tired. So now we're going to find out what kind of heart he has. He has good heart. With no skills, he still could make a fight out of it.
He's got blood flowing from his nose now. Torres comes back, winds up with a big right hand.
And here's another thing of inexperienceness. An inexperienced fighter feels he has to fight when he's hurt versus survive. Tie the guy up, spin the guy, walk around, get your legs back under you. That's the inexperienceness. Oh, now Hartzhauser's landing good body shot.
Body shot opens up Torres. Torres is holding on again. Ooh, look at that shoulder.
Yep.
Hartzhauser throwing shoulders to get some separation.
Yep, I think this will be the last round. I don't think that Torres is going to make it through the round.
Oh, they're throwing back and forth. With about 3 seconds left. There's the bell. He made it out of round 2.
Will he make it into round 3? That's the question now.
That's a big question.
Now the question in his mind is, does he really like boxing? Does he really like to get hit? That's the question. He gave that answer earlier today, but he wasn't getting hit.
As Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the face. And this guy has been hit in the face a few times.
And boxing was fun, but now is it fun?
Now it's work. He's got to figure out a way to turn the tide. What could Torres do to back Hartzhauser off?
Just move around. But that's the thing that his corner man would have to tell him, because he'd have no idea right now that he would need to move around, get his second win, suck his breath up, so that maybe at the end of this round he could make a little charge and try to steal the round, but be a little bit fresher for the last round if this is the 4-round fight, and try to win the 4th round big, and hopefully it would go in his favor. But I'm looking at him. He doesn't look deterred. He doesn't look, like he's intimidated. He still like he's going to go out and give his all.
He's getting every second on that stool. That's for sure in between rounds. But hey, we never know. This guy is a wild card.
Yep, he doesn't.
Let's see what happens. Here we go, round 3.
And he's still going in with effort. He's still going on giving it all. He's not.
I can't say this. Torres would probably be in more trouble if Hartzhauser was a little sharper. He's not the sharpest fighter. He's missing he's throwing big shots and missing.
And I think that comes down to his inexperience with only 2 fights. I think he's looking at, well, I probably could knock this guy right out. I'm not really worried about working on boxing. I go in and catch him. He haven't had a fight. I'll knock him out. And that could be a big problem in his head, And he's made the fight harder if that was his mentality. He should stay outside just like he's doing right now, establish the jab. Torres would get wild. He would try to run in and rush something. He'd walk into something. So right now, all that he needs to do is stay outside, establish the jab, make it a safe fight. Catch Torres coming in.
And Torres is welcoming Hartzhauser to step in and fight with him.
But now, actually, Hartzhauser looks tired. He's the one back into the ropes.
He's getting caught. He's been caught twice with the big right hand.
And Torres has caught a second win. He's picking up the pace. He's the aggressor right now. Even though he's backing into the ropes now, he was the aggressor a few seconds ago.
Good body shot.
Oh, I think
Real
that
good body shot. But
hurt
you know what? Torres found a way to overcome that, and he's still fighting.
He's showing a lot of heart. I give him, he's definitely winning on heart.
Torres is still throwing. Even it looks like they're tied up, but Torres is still, his hands are free. He's throwing them.
He's getting good body work in once he's inside, too.
He really talked about a body attack today, and he is living by that. He's throwing that body attack, working.
One thing Torres is doing that's not helping him is he's falling in. He's just falling in, falling off balance, falling in. He's smothering his own punches. He's getting 1 or 2 decent shots as he's falling in, but it would be a lot more with it if he would just stay outside more, keep his range, give himself some distance.
You know, Hartzhauser talked about he was a multi-dimensional fighter. I have yet to see him show us anything besides his jab and his 1-2 and fall.
I think that's just due to he took the guy for granted. You know, this guy haven't had a fight. He probably looked at it as an easy win, but I still see he's learning from it. You know, because he haven't had a cakewalk, so Torres has pushed him and scratched his limits also. That was a good right hand, a good short 1-2.
2 right hands.
And he should see that. If he's outside where he's keeping his range, he's landing cleaner shots.
You're right.
They weren't big shots, but they was good, clean shots.
Torres is still throwing. Torres has been hit a couple times in this round, but he's still throwing punches. He's still fighting.
I wish Torres would get with someone after this fight that would work with him and teach him the basic fundamentals of boxers, straight punches, how to move.
Ooh, big right hand.
Stay on the outside.
Torres finds a way and lands another big body shot.
And he haven't gave up an inch in this fight.
No. Hey, you have to applaud this guy. Oh, a little extra killers after. Torres has some dog in him for real.
Oh, yeah, Torres is mad now. And he's sitting up now on the stool. He's not slumping down anymore.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. He's caught his second win now. And that little action after the bell may have pissed him off. So now he's fighting off of anger. You know, he's going to go ahead and get it done now.
This should make for a very interesting 4th round. As you can see, the round card girl going around. It's the final round. We got Miguel Torres, who we thought was out of this for a while, might have ended up getting knocked out, but now he's the guy with all the energy. Hartzhauser, the veteran, is now sitting on his stool like he's looking for that second win, like he's gasping for air.
He's looking confused. Look in his face, looking to his trainer, he's looking confused that he has to fight another round. It doesn't look like he was expecting it to go this round. And Torres looks refreshed, pissed off, sad, mad as if he knows this is it. So I'm looking for Torres to bum rush him and let it all hang out this round, you know, because he has nothing to lose. And he loved to fight because that's what he likes to do, is whether he started boxing. So I'm looking for him to make a dog fight out of this last round. And I'm looking for him, even if he loses the fight, I'm looking for him to pull this fight off.
Here we go. Here's the start of the 4th round.
Yeah, I'm looking for Torres to pull this round off.
They both come out swinging. Torres still looking for that big right hand.
Yep. I'm expecting Torres to go hard this whole round. That's how Hartzhauser should have been fighting. He should have been outside establishing the jab.
If he throws that jab, he's in good shape.
And now he's crouching. He's bending at the knees. He's setting his stuff
big left
up.
hand.
He's sitting down on his punches. He's doing what he should have been doing earlier.
Landed another 1-2. Another 1-2 to the body.
I don't think Torres will take too many body shots like that.
Hey, but Torres keeps finding a way to come back. He took about 5 big shots and somehow got out of the corner and threw 3 or 4 of his own.
I like the fact that Torres still is keeping his hands up. He's still showing a lot of heart. He's still trying to fight, even though at times he has been outclassed. You know, he's still coming forward. He's still making a fight out of it. He didn't come here to lay down or just to get paid.
Exactly. And like you said, he keeps his hands up. He has some of the basic fundamentals. Not a guy that just comes out here and just tries to run in. And
he just caught Hartzhauser with a good right. He just caught him. I think he shook him.
Hartzhauser stopped fighting.
Another good short right.
He's got Hartzhauser bleeding from the nose now.
Yep. If he could suck it up and get him a good 20-second run, I think he would.
Big body shot. Bent Torres over.
Kind of low on the border.
Hey, but Torres answers. He answered. Ooh, good right hand by Hartzhauser. Hartzhauser's just pushing to the ropes. If he uses his jab and throws the right hand, he could probably take him out.
And if he were to keep him in the middle of the ring and catch him with a clean shot, Torres would fall. But with him letting him lay on the ropes, he's hurting himself by doing that.
Yeah, but the other thing is Torres is giving him such a fight. It's like, as Hartzhauser, you know what he's supposed to do, but you got this aggressive guy. How do you stop that?
By staying outside, maintaining your distance, and moving at angles. Because a guy can't brawl with you if you're not there for him to brawl with. But Hartzhauser is just as tired. I think he's even tighter than Torres. But Torres has taken the most punishment, in the fight. But he's also shown the most heart.
left hand on the brake. Hartzhauser shaking his head. Torres is gassed. He's just walking back to his corner, just taking punches.
I like that out of Torres, that the rules are protect yourself at all times. If he can catch a guy slipping, he will. Oh, he's done. Look, hands on the ropes.
He's got hands on the ropes. Ties him up. He's still fighting after the break.
Yep.
Torres has a lot of dog. Here we go. 10 seconds left. Hartzhauser's going to open it up on him. Let's see what happens here. Both guys finish throwing, and Torres is still throwing on him.
I like the fact that Torres has a lot of heart. He showed it. He has no quit in him. And, you know, I hope for his sake that he can get with someone in the gym that will work with him, and he'll learn the fundamentals, because he has showed a lot of heart. So I really expect him to go places, you know, if he get with good training, good sparring, because heart I think, is the most important thing. You can't train a fighter to have heart.
I don't think there'll be any doubt about who wins this fight, but I think the crowd is overly joyed with the actual action inside that ring. That was a pretty good fight.
Yeah, you can't be disappointed.
Exactly. Not to kick off the night. Usually you get a kickoff fight, you're looking at a one-round knockout, second-round knockout, or a guy that just quits.
Both fighters gave their all, so, you know, no one could judge them on that. They both gave their all. It just comes down to the difference in the experience of Hartzhauser versus Torres. That was the telling tale of the fight. You know, as the fight started, you could see the little things a little closer because they were both, you know, winging wild shots in the beginning. But Hartzhauser did establish the jab a little bit. He did land cleaner shots. So, you know, no question about my hat tilts towards Hartzhauser for the win.
Yeah. And again, a good fight. You know, it wasn't the sharpest fight, most technical, but you had Torres, who showed a lot of heart. Hartzhauser showed a little skill and some heart, although he got lured into some of Torres' traps fighting on the inside. He could have probably made this a lot easier, like you said.
And we're looking at two guys with one fight between the two of them.
Right.
So, you know, it was a good action fight for the experience, for the level of fights that came from these two fights leading into this one fight.
So not a bad night. Great way to kick off the night. We're going to turn it over to Bruce Foster, the ring announcer, and find out what the judges decided.
I'd be interested to keep my eyes on Torres to see how his career goes if he hangs in there.
Here we go. Two fighters are going to come to the center of the ring, and Bruce Foster is going to give us the final decision. There it is. Thomas Hartzhauser wins a unanimous decision over a first-time fighter, Miguel Torres. You know, no surprise there. Again, great fight. Torres showed a lot of heart. It was a competitive fight.
Yeah, I think Hartzhauser could take from this fight the experience that not to overlook anyone regardless of their background. Also, he'll look at the fight tape. He'll see that he would have made it a lot easier if he would have just stood in the middle of the ring, established the jab, kept Torres at bay, you know, and caught him coming in. Because Torres was the aggressor, constantly running straight in, you know, even though he kept his hands up. Hartzhauser could have neutralized a lot of that by just keeping him at bay and keeping him outside with the jab, staying in the middle of the ring where he could turn left or right, use angles on him. But whether he pushed Torres against the ropes or whether he let Torres push him against the ropes, that's no place to be in a boxing match.
Okay. Great analogy. Great summary of that fight. Now we're going to move on to number 2. I believe we're going to have Everlyn Still against Jordan Rosario. And we're going to take a quick timeout while they bring the new fighters to the ring for the second bout of the night. here we go. Fight number 2. We have Everlon Steele in the blue trunks versus Jordan Rosario, who's in the red trunks, red corner.
Thing I like about a Rosario is a pro debut. You never know what you're going to get. Because guys' pro debut, you sometimes you don't know the amateur background. You don't know how much sparring they had with pros in the gym, you know, the neighborhood they live at. So you never really know what you're going to get with pro debut. They could be more dangerous than a guy that had 10 fights.
All right, here we go. Still is a southpaw. He's a tall southpaw, works behind his jab, his right jab.
He has a good stance, and he's establishing his jab. I like that. Right out of the gate, he's trying to stay outside, keep his range, establish his jab.
Ooh, got caught with a right hand. Oh, he's hurt.
He's hurt.
He's hurt. Still's hurt.
He's hurt. He needs to tie up. He needs to tie up. He's trying to stand there and trade, but he needs to tie up.
Oh, he just got caught 3 times in the head.
Yep, he definitely showing that he could take a decent chin because he got rocked and he got caught with 3 other solid shots.
He was able to survive. He found a way to survive, but he's still on the ropes.
Good body shot. That hurt
Oh,
him.
man.
Oh,
Rosario's just digging in. Rosario knows he has him hurt. He's digging in. Yeah. He's trying to take him out.
That body shot's going to take him out. There's another body shot.
Oh, left hand. Oh, that's it. He caught him with a right. He's down.
That's it.
Still's trying to get up. He's up on his feet. He's up on his feet.
The first thing, I don't think he's going to stop it.
He can't even. Oh, man, he's still wobbling.
This should be stopped. This should be stopped. This should be stopped.
Oh, they're going to let it go. They're going to let it go.
He's done.
He's trying to hold on. He's trying to hold on.
I don't think he'll make it out of the round.
Still is tying him up now. He might get a chance. Oh, he landed a couple. He's still on wobbly legs. Yeah, they're just falling all over the ring.
His legs are still not under him. He's trying to manhandle him up against the ropes, which really he should move away now because he's still getting caught with clean shots.
Uh-oh. Still might have found that second gear.
I don't think so.
He's punching a little and holding on.
I think he might be in neutral right now.
Might be in neutral right now.
His legs are still not under him. See, look
at
his legs.
He definitely doesn't have any legs. He's just falling forward.
And now, see, Steele should take his time, settle down, and try to set up them body shots because that's what was doing the damage.
Oh, he missed. Rosario missed a big right hand that probably could have ended this thing. He landed a good right to the body, another right to the head, but Steele is hanging in there now.
He caught Steele with a good right hand that started the trouble, but it was those good body shots that was setting it up after that. And you can look at Rosario now. He's a little timid. See how he's trying to stay tucked in tight so he cannot.
Yeah, he's not coming out of that shell as he was before where he's just firing away.
But, you know, if he makes it out of this round, we may see a pretty good fight still because
we may see a real good fight.
He was setting up on a good stance, a good outside long jab. And the thing about it, I'm sure his corner would get him to stay outside.
Good head movement from Rosario trying to find that shot. Comes good.
He caught him. He
still caught him.
Still caught him.
Got him on the ropes. Now Rosario's trying to hold on. Rosario's in trouble.
Still should go to the body. He's doing it.
Still is pushing him off and throwing.
I think this is going to be a good fight.
Oh, what a great first round.
It's going to be a good fight.
What a great first round.
Still is rocked, though.
He's still out of it, but he's getting his legs back.
Yeah, he still have his legs 100%.
Rosario had him out early. He had a chance to take him out early, but he couldn't finish the job.
What I like about it is the fact that Steele doesn't have his legs under him, but he has his head together. He's taking his time, putting his shots together, and he's trying to do what he needs to do.
Great job. A fantastic job by Steele to survive this round. And like you said, going into the second round, we're about to have a real action-packed fight.
The good thing about it, when a guy like Steele gets hit and gets hurt, he's not nervous anymore. You know, you might have been nervous in front of the crowd. It's a new area to you. Hey, that's out the window now. You got to fight. You don't have time to worry about stuff like that. So you got to get it going. And he knows now he has to step on it because he just lost the first round big. I don't know if this is a 4 or 6 round fight.
I believe it's a 4 round.
Oh, no, he really has to step on it.
I am curious. Are the doctors checking still? Hey, we're going to go to round 2. I'm curious to see how Rosario comes out. If he's going to be in attack mode or is he still feeling the effects of getting caught late in the round?
Yep. I'm thinking that Steele needs to establish the jab and try to catch Rosario coming in with a
good caught him with a nice left hand. Still,
just what I was saying. He needed to establish his jab and catch one outside.
And
he's getting
two right hands and a left. Rosario answers, back still off. Now Still's falling back into the ropes.
His legs is gone again.
If he got his legs back, they're gone again.
And see, Rosario doesn't need to just lunge in. He's walking to another left hand himself. This is an evenly matched fight. It's been a pretty good fight up to this point.
And like I said, I was curious to see how Rosario would come out early. He still looks like he's in control. But like you said, he throws and he drops his hands and he's just getting caught flush.
I like the fact that now he's setting at the pace. He's trying to establish his jab and work his way inside instead of just running to the inside and risking getting caught with a left hand.
Which Rosario making his pro debut is pretty impressive for a guy that, you would think he was a veteran of, 5-6 fights.
That also comes down to he ran in and got hurt, so that made him take a reality check too.
Oh, here we go, some exchanges. I mean, they're just throwing now.
And see, this is when Steele gets himself in trouble.
Yes.
When he lays on him standing in there with his hands down punching, it's good that he lands, but he needs to get out at an angle, at a side, so that way he doesn't stand there until I take my turn, now I'm going to give you your turn.
Yep. Standing there posing, waiting for it to come back.
Yep. And I like the fact that he's trying to use his range now. That's good. Steele's trying to use his range.
Rosario's doing a fantastic job with the head movement. He's getting underneath Steele's shots.
I like the fact that Rosario's not running in anymore, just charging in.
And he's also making that right hand miss. Earlier Rosario was just landing it. Steele is actually stepping back and then countering with his own shots.
He needs to get off the ropes, though. He needs to get off the ropes. He's not doing himself any favors there.
Hey, Steele is doing a little work now. He's got the advantage now, landing to the body, pushing Rosario back into the corner.
Good right hand. The only thing bad about Steele being on the ropes like that is his head is wide open. He's not covering. He's not doing any defense. He's doing all defense to the body. His hands are down low. At any moment, Rosario could come up and hit him in the head.
With a short hand, short left or right hand. I mean, there it is. There it is. Yep. Exactly what you said. Rosario caught him with a left and a right, another left and a right.
He caught him again.
He backed Steele out to end the round. That was a great round.
Yeah, I would give that round to Steele, though.
Okay.
I would think that round may go to Steele because he was the aggressor. He kept Rosario pinned against the ropes more that round, so I'm looking to favor that round towards Steele.
Yeah, so right now we're looking at one round even, but Rosario had the knockdown, so he's got the advantage. So Steele really has to come out and take advantage and win this round decisively to try to get ahead, or at least get even.
And with either fighter, if they would just slow the pace down and establish the jab, work the jab, I think it would open up things, because if Rosario established the jab and worked his way in and started landing the body shot as he was earlier, that's what was setting up everything for him. And if Steele was outside and just established the jab and catching Rosario coming in, I think that would change things, because Rosario would end up trying to pressure it and run in, thinking that, the fight's closer than it needs to be. And I think he would walk into something.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really curious for this third round to see if Rosario can keep the composure, because the one thing he's showing as a guy making his pro debut is a lot of composure standing in there. But as soon as he gets caught by Steele, he changes his whole game plan.
Yeah, it's got a lot to do with the nerves, and as you say, too, the pro debut. You do it in the gym, but you're in the gym relaxed every day. In front of the crowd, it's a little bit different under the lights.
Oh, here we go. They start out with the action. Rosario lands a right hand, moves Steele around, but still ends up pinning Rosario to the ropes and landing. He's still throwing.
Steele is trying to use his body. What he's trying to do is he's trying to stay in close enough to Rosario where he can bend in on him with his upper body to try to use his upper chest as protection while he throws shots. But his head is still wide open.
His head is still wide open, but he's got Rosario in such a defensive mode, he can't really counter with anything.
Yep. It's still the danger of him looping the Hail Mary, him catching him with it. Oh, good body shot. Good body shot by Steele.
Still leaning on him. Still threw a bunch of, ooh.
There you go.
Rosario landed 2 quick right hands.
That looping right hook is what's going to do it. You know, he's catching him with it. He's tapping him on the arm with the right side, and he's coming with a hook on the left side.
Rosario lands that right hook and underneath again, comes right down the middle and lands it.
And that's because Steele is staying in there too long.
Okay.
He's getting his punches off. He's not tying them up or moving side to side. He's throwing his punches, and then he's standing there taking a break, giving Rosario time to come back.
Now, Donnell, tell me this. What can Steele do? Steele is landing some good shots on the inside, but like you said, his hands are wide open.
Tie him up, step to the side. Throw your punches, step to either side. Don't take your turn and then say, okay, it's your turn, and stay right there. That
Rosario
was a good
caught him two good hooks. But then Rosario takes a left hand to the body and kind of backs off. Hey, he's Sean Porter. He's putting his head in. Rosario's putting his head in his chest.
Good hook.
Now he just landed a left hand.
It's been a very entertaining fight. I can't take nothing away from neither guy. You know, they're giving it their all.
Steele is trying to line him up and land that big left hand.
Good short left.
But he's taking a lot of punishment on the inside from the shorter Rosario.
And that's the inexperience of him getting his shots off and remaining there to give the other guy a chance to get him right back.
And here they go. Steele is backing. It still might be gassed. He's just backing into the corner now.
Spit his mouthpiece out.
He dropped his mouthpiece. So we're going to take a break in the action. The referee's going to get his mouthpiece back in there. Good veteran move.
Yep.
Because Steele is running out of gas.
And see, now Steele should establish that jab again. Establish that jab. Suck it up. You know, you just shot a little bit of seconds in the round. Is closer to the end, so you know. See, Steele does good work when he's letting his hands go. But once he gets his shots off, he stands there. He remains in this.